All right, here we are again today with another amazing human being. We have Zayle Riddle with us today, and she is another amazing influencer of joy. And she was just telling me, will you tell them? First, say hello.
Hi, hello, I'm Zayle Riddle, like she said.
And where are you in the world?
So I'm in Mineral Wells, Texas. It's very, very small. If you know where Dallas Fort Worth is, it's about 45 minutes from there. It used to be really well known because we have mineral springs here. And so the crazy people would come to Mineral Wells and they would drink the water that has lithium in it and feel better. And so they're trying to restore the town to make it what it was before.
That's awesome. And so you were saying you were just finishing with a Zumba class, was it, or a yoga class?
Yes, a yoga class. Yes, I just did a yoga class for the school district I work for.
That's amazing. All right. So, well, before I start asking you a bunch of crazy questions that I have listed here about joy, maybe you could just tell us a little bit about your, being in the health and wellness field, and you're a wife, you're a mom. Tell us a little bit about all of that.
Yes, so I am a mom to two little girls who are, one's 4, her name's Vivian, and the other is 2, her name is Scarlett, and they are your typical probably 4 and 2-year-olds. They are hilarious. My 4-year-old, I think, will most likely be a veterinarian. She loves animals. And my 2-year-old will most definitely be an actress. I kind of come from that field. I was in theater arts for a long time until I found the mental health industry. I'm married to the basketball coach, so he's never home. So it's basically me and the girls, and we also have 3 other female animals. We have 2 cats and a dog, and so he is surrounded by girls all the time. God bless him. So I was a teacher for 8 years. And then I got into counseling. And so now I'm the mental health counselor for the school district I work at.
That's fabulous. So do you feel like you found your joy? Like, are you doing what you absolutely love? You found your passion?
Yes, I feel like being in this field, I started doing it. I knew when I was teaching, I wanted to do more because I always would see those kids who needed a little extra love, needed some happiness in their day. And I just felt like they needed more. And so that's when I went from a regular ed teacher to special ed, and I started incorporating things like social skills and just dancing in the classroom and just seeing their smiles every single day. I was like, this is what I need to do. I need to be doing something like this. And so the job came available for us to have a mental health counselor. So I did that, and just being in that setting made me realize that, oh, wow, the parents need this too, because then the parents were coming to me being like, oh, what do I do? And so from there, I want to create something to spread the joy to everyone in this town.
That's awesome. And so you're also a stylist, and tell me more about that. And are you a dancer? Yeah.
So I just basically do it. I did sell clothes for a little bit, and then when I was going to grad school and having 2 babies at the same time, I had to kind of put that to the side.
Yeah.
But then kind of for myself or for other people, I have a friend who has a clothing business that I help her with, that I put outfits together for and take pictures for her. And I've just recently had some other companies come to me to do that.
Congratulations. I was just watching your TikTok, and it was really, really fun. Like you were showcasing $5 vintage shirts. So everybody needs to go check out your TikTok. So what is your, you are at Zayle Riddle. Yeah. And I'll make sure that's in the link below. So very cool. All right, so let's move on. So you found your joy. You're doing what you love. I can tell, like you're just so happy and joyful. And how's it going in the crisis? How are you feeling? What are you doing to stay inspired?
Honestly, I'm shocked because I have I did have pretty high anxiety, I think, but I've learned from working with students and things, and from teaching them my steps to happiness, how to deal with that. And so every day I make sure that I take care of myself. And I think that's the problem so many times. Like, so many moms are coming to me asking me, what do I do? But they're not taking care of themselves. So I make sure that I'm still working out, that if I feel like I want to get ready that day, that I'm getting ready that day and I'm taking time for myself. And we're also redecorating the house. Like, I love any kind of thing like that. So me being busy and creating things that make me happy and make my family happy keeps us like going and good. And it's
Good.
honestly, I really enjoyed the time being at home.
That's good. Awesome. So you have found your joy and you're being your joy. Even now, you're doing online classes for the kids and being a full-time mom and taking care of the house and styling and doing your social media. You're doing pretty amazing. And so let me ask you about sharing your joy. So I get you're doing a really good job on social media. Is there something else that you want to do in the world? Do you want to write, or are you writing, or do you have a book, or what's next for you? I'm just curious what joy looks like for you in the future.
So that's funny that you asked that, because because I have been waking up at 4:30 every single morning, and I have a journal and I'm keeping notes, and I have been writing things because for years my grandpa would always tell me, you need to keep a notepad by your bed because you're such a good writer. You need to write books. And so it took me this long to figure out, oh, I should do that. So I wake up at 4:30 and I get up and I just start writing things. And so I do plan on writing a book in the future. I would love to be a motivational speaker. I want just big things, be able just to spread happipiness everywhere.
So just so you know, you are an inspirational speaker because you're doing it right now, and it sounds like you did it on your call on your class just before. So I get that you want to do it more in the world. So that's pretty phenomenal. And you should. You're really good.
Thank you.
You're very clear and concise in what you're offering to the world already. So Joy Lee formula is, I'm just going to pop that up there real quick and show everybody. Our formula is ancient wisdom with modern methods that flow directly into joy. So I just love people keeping it really, really simple. Like, go find your joy, be your joy every day, and then share your joy with the world. And then it's cyclical. It may start over again with something else. Like, I was talking to one of our Kundalini teachers who's got a very huge practice. He's taught over 150 teachers, and he may want to start over and ride a horse. He's never done that before. So find your joy, be your joy, and share your joy. Just, you never know. So is there anything else in your horizon that you might want to start exploring in the future, or are you pretty situated?
You know, I'm always like up for anything. If anything comes up, I'm like, oh yeah, I will go and try it. I don't ever want to stop learning. I don't ever want to stop trying new things. So
Yeah.
I am up for really anything in the future.
So what do you think about keeping and maintaining your joy in a time of crisis? Like you said earlier, I think even though there's things going on in the world, we still have to figure out how to be in our that I think there's a lot of learning going on, right? In this time of suffering. Like, it's just not always a don't worry, be happy kind of thing. It's like, wow, look at all the families staying home, and look at our kids finding other things to do, like maybe playing outside. So maybe you could speak to that just a little bit.
Yeah, so actually, it was really interesting today because I have not watched the news or anything since all of this has like really gone down. I've been so busy that I haven't turned on the TV. And so today I actually turned on the TV and I was watching and I was like, oh my goodness, this is bigger than what I realized was going on. So I think sometimes when we're kind of feeling that way, I think we have to know that it's okay, that we're feeling kind of and not great at that moment, and to give yourself grace. Like I was like, I'm gonna work out now and see how I feel, and I still just wasn't mentally okay. And I think in this whole time we have to remember to give ourselves grace. I, at the very beginning, with my 4-year-old and 2-year-old, thought, well, they need to be learning something when they're home with me, so I made them this like whole schedule. We try to stay on regimen, and it literally was not okay. It ended up with like tantrums on the floor. Everyone was crying, everyone was stressed out, no one was happy. And in that moment I thought, okay, we're tearing this up, we're throwing it out the window. We all just have to breathe for a second. Everyone just needs to show themselves grace and show their family grace and understand what everyone is going through.
Oh my gosh, that was beautiful. Well, thank you very much for being an influencer of joy today and sharing the really the idea to just stop and celebrate our joy and give yourself grace if everything isn't going all right and that it'll be back.
Yeah,
All
exactly.
right. You have a fabulous day, and I am sure that we will see each other again soon.
Thank you so much.